Yo, greetings, salutations, kamikaze soundwaves, and I want to do a little unboxing and quick review of something that I just picked up. Something I kind of wanted to have for a while, and I haven't really found one for a decent price, but I did find one at Wal Mart while I was doing some grocery shopping, and that is the EVO VR Pro level. Don't know how pro this is, but anyway, kind of wanted to get one of these to like play some of the VR games on my phone in like a VR headset, the ones that require a controller. I thought that would make for a hell of a lot of fun. I love scary games, and I played a few of them on my phone, and they're actually very well done. Some of them are very well done. Some of them do require a controller, so that's why I picked this up, so I can experience some of those. Might do a couple of videos on playing those in the future, but for right now we're going to focus on unboxing this thing and just kind of give a feel for it and see if it's worth 10 bucks. All right, so here's the box. It's pretty small in comparison to my hand. My hand's pretty much about the size of the box, so I'm kind of expecting the controller to be like life size how it is here on the box. It's gonna be probably really small. I mean, it's not for like long extended gaming session, so I'm not really too worried about it being too small. I think it has way too many damn buttons on it. I mean, like, look, I mean, this is like a full-on fucking controller here, dude. We got triggers, bumpers, fucking dual analog sticks. I mean, I'm not planning on fucking playing Halo with this thing. I mean, fucking hell. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open this thing up and just see what we're getting ourselves into here. This is my old-timer knife. I have literally had this knife for years, and I carry it with me all the time. So it's just got tape on the box, and clearly this knife needs to be sharpened big time. There we go. I'll just open up one side of it. Okay. And voila, that's it. Nothing else in the box. Slides out just like this, and okay. And this is a rechargeable, and that's all that comes in there. This is a rechargeable controller, and okay, so let's just go ahead and check this thing out. So this is what you're working with. First impressions, I'm kind of impressed for 10 bucks, man. Actually, I'm gonna say this thing is fucking comfortable, like super comfortable. All right, props where props are fucking due, man. This EVO VR controller is pretty solid. Now, I haven't used it or played with it yet. I'm talking about comfortability wise. The rubber on it feels pretty good on the sticks. I mean, it just feels very comfortable, dude. What? Okay. Anyway, you got a D-pad here, which doesn't seem too terribly bad. Kind of a layout for an Xbox controller here. Your dual analogs feel, pretty good. Not too bad. I mean, they feel like really rubbery, where I don't feel like my thumbs are gonna slip off it. I actually feel like they feel like they're better than a kind of PS4 almost. Anyway, you got a kind of like a home button, like an Xbox button here, or a PS button. So I don't know if that will like take you back to your home screen on your phone or something if you pair it or whatnot. But start and select and triggers actually are pretty solid. They kind of flipped up and like really give you like the trigger vibe, and the bumper buttons, which are pretty standard, don't really stand out there. But I will say, yeah, man, this is pretty solid. It does come with a oh, it's one of these though. I hate these things because once you lose one of these, they're harder to get across than the micro USB. So it comes with a cord to charge it, and also assume you could maybe use this as a PC controller since it can plug in because it has USB. But it's one of these. I hate these things. They're a little bit bigger. I forgot what these are called. But to charge it, just put it in there, and could just, you know what? I'll just plug it up to my PC real quick just to see if it's charged. And whoop, lights up right there. So like I said, this lets me know that it's charging. I'm not getting anything on my PC to let me know to download any drivers or anything like that, but maybe it's not compatible with PC, but we'll see in just a minute. But I just want to make sure it has a charge on it, because the first thing I do want to try is this from my phone. So anyway, let's go ahead and pair this with my phone and play a game with it and see what it does. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pair this thing to my phone, and I'm an Android guy. Don't mess with the Apple. I do have an Apple phone, but that's for work only. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pair this by going to my settings. This should be pretty, you know, universal across the board with Androids. Yeah, my phone's a little fucked up here, but that's what happens when you drink and go to the pool. But anyway, here we go. So we're gonna go to connections. We'll go to Bluetooth is on, and we'll go ahead and turn this thing on so it starts blinking. It should notice it, and I should be able to pair it. So it's still searching, still searching. It's right here, dude. It's right here. All right, so we finally got this thing paired, and I had to do a little bit of investigation. So here is how you pair it with your Bluetooth, okay? If you are using Android, I'm not even gonna go over Apple because I hate Apple. But anyway, so here you go with Android. To turn it on, you basically just press this one for 1 second. To do it into pairing mode, you hold this home button down for roughly, it says 5 seconds, but it's more like 3 seconds. And then to turn it off, you hold down the home button again for another 5 seconds, which is more like 3 seconds. Now, if it's not showing up on your Android, the problem is that you have to hold down the power button or the home button and the X button, which will make it look for Android devices, okay? So once that's done, it needs to be in an off state. And when it's in an off state, you'll hold this home button. And like it says for 5 seconds, but it's more like 3 seconds, because if you really hold it down for 5 seconds, it basically turns it on and turns it off. So what I found succeeded for me is I hold down this button for 3 seconds, which is really, really great. So now you can see that, let's just go, it is connected to my phone. I'll kind of lay my phone down like this, and I can show you that I'm using the controller to, you can't really see it, but see, let's, I'll just go ahead and open up my PlayStation app and see that I'm using the controller. So I'm pretty much controlling everything on my phone and just cycling through everything. So the most important thing about this is I really want to try a game and see how that works out. So I will go ahead and I will try out Minecraft. Now Minecraft is not for me at all. Never understood Minecraft, but my kids love Minecraft. So let's see. I'll just pick one of my kids' worlds. They have tons of them. And we will be in Minecraft, and we are using the controller. As you can see, we'll back this up just a little bit, and you can see that I am using the controller, which is pretty cool. I will say that this is a pain in the ass to get paired with your phone, but once you get it, it's pretty awesome. Like I said, the comfortability of this is pretty great. Now you can also, if you can kind of use, like I said, you can kind of use it on your phone. Let's just go ahead and show that out. So it does, like I said, it is working for the games, etc., etc. Now let's go ahead and back up out of this game. Can't really use the home menu. Let's see. Oh, you can just press select. It kind of took you back home. So let's, so it has like a kind of like a mouse cursor. It's kind of hard to see on the phone, but it's got a mouse cursor that kind of goes around. You can kind of select your apps that way. But when you tap this button, it kind of puts it in different modes. I can move it from mouse mode like this, or take the mouse mode off, and I can just kind of cycle through the apps and pick on them directly. So, in the same way, you're just gonna get to the end over here, and it'll kind of just move over to the next page. Pretty cool, man. I'm liking it so far, and like I said, I really want to play it for some of these really good, scary VR games that actually need this controller. So look out for some of those in the future. All right, so in conclusion, for 10 bucks, I think I'm going to get quite a bit of use out of this. My kids will probably get quite a bit of use out of this. I also have a tablet that I'm planning on using this with. There's certain games that are just a pain in the ass to play with tablet controls or phone controls, like Sonic 2, etc. Like any like platforming games and stuff like that that are I'm really looking forward for the VR games, but I do think that I'll tinker around with it on some other games. I might enjoy those games more actually being able to use a controller. And the biggest part about this that I really like is how actually comfortable it is. It's a very solid controller. It feels great. Now, I've also seen that there's a clip that you can buy that goes on this thing. It's about $4 or $5. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon or eBay. And you can pretty much put it on here and it'll snap your phone up here so you can kind of hold that, which is great. So I don't know how long the charge holds. It says it holds about 16 hours, which is pretty impressive if that's the case. I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean hardcore gaming for 16 hours, so we'll see. Don't plan on using this for 16 hours at a time. But no, I mean, so far, man, for 10 bucks, I think this is a solid thing to have if you're planning on playing some games on your phone or your tablet, etc., etc. And yeah, man, I recommend it. Pretty great. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this quick little unboxing, quick little tutorial of it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.